Yo, what's up?
What's up, my man?
Ni aje?
Fiti sana, umekuaje?
Nimekuwa fiti, wewe umekuwa aje?
Umekuwa fiti, lakini nimekuwa fiti zaidi.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it has not been our fault.
Kumekuwa tuna vitu mob zina happen.
Yeah, and there have been unavoidable circumstances and situations also, which derailed us.
Hey,
but now we're here.
Cha muhimu ni
tuko
hapa.
Yeah.
Finally. Yeah, so
how has been everything?
Everything iko sawa.
How's Arsenal so far so good?
Arsenal iko sawa. Last time we spoke ulikuwa hapa unasema vile hatuta win ligi, vile Pep amewin ligi. Sijui kulienda aje, but inakaa ni kama Pep wako kidogo alilemewa.
Okay, unajua Pep is a god coach. Hiyo to see him discredit.
Ushatuambia hiyo ni god coach wako, not wetu.
Almost for everyone.
No
matter literally yeye ndiye amepatia Arteta skills to Arteta be who he is right now. You should give Pep credit actually.
I did, and even in the last podcast I did.
Yes.
Nilipea Pep his flowers because kama sasa ukiangalia in the league kuna Arteta ni mwanafunzi wa nani?
Pep.
Kuna Maresca mwanafunzi wa Pep. So hatuwezi kosa kumpea credit because he's done that.
And most of the elite coaches were either students of Pep.
Yeah.
Or they were in the coaching staff with Pep.
Yeah.
Literally.
Pia Vincent Company is doing a good job at Bundesliga. Mwanafunzi pia
Luis Enrique was assistant coach.
So at the end of the day I feel like Pep will go down as one of the, if not the greatest manager ever, because ukiangalia he has done it in different leagues. Hiyo ni kitu mimi upea watu credit.
Top level.
Mupea watu credit sana. Unaona, if we say Sir Alex Ferguson, yes he did it, but he never did it elsewhere. Watu walisema Premier League is the most difficult league to win. Pep came, he won with a club that has never won Champions League. He won Champions League with them. People told Pep he will never win a treble like Manchester United. He did it. Unaona? Yeah. So he has done more. I would say he has done more than Sir Alex Ferguson did, because Sir Alex Ferguson won with Manchester United, but
for a very long period of time compared to Pep.
But still he did it when the Premier League wasn't as competitive as it is right now. When Sir Alex Ferguson was winning, I don't think Arsenal had the financial muscle that we have right now. So having Pep win right now when teams like Chelsea can literally buy players worth $1 billion once, teams like even Newcastle are investing in big players, a team like Aston Villa can just go out and buy $100 million worth of player, then it shows you that
there's money right
the
now.
League right now is more competitive compared to when Sir Alex Ferguson used to win it.
Okay.
Because ukiangalia hiyo time ya Sir Alex Ferguson, how many clubs were going toe to toe with him? Very few.
It was Arsenal actually.
It was Arsenal.
Okay.
And probably Chelsea would pop out and there. But there were no teams that were constantly fighting with Sir Alex Ferguson like Pep has had to fight with the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Aston Villa. So
actually,
right now
Aston Villa have been adopting for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So Pep winning it right now, it shows how good this guy is, and the fact that he didn't do it with just one club. He has proven that he can do it in any league that there is, because right now you cannot tell me there's any league that Pep can go and not win.
Pep really is the modern godfather of the modern football. He's the godfather of the modern football.
Sure.
If you really sit down and watch, to be honest, for me right now, as Mourinho is an old coach for now, his football might be old, but you never assume that old can't beat the new modern football. But yes, they can beat, but for what I've watched Benfica for the last season, I saw that they're still playing old football. They are not really playing modern football as other clubs do.
If I was being honest, I don't think I'm a fan of Jose Mourinho and his football. I don't think right now, maybe back then, but now I can't say I can watch Jose team and be like amazed by how they play. I watch them and it's just very basic football. There's nothing interesting about how they play. Like, for example, if you watch Luis Enrique and how they play, you'll be like, this guy is doing something. If you watch
modern football,
Bayern, whatever Vincent Company is doing, you watch and then you say, yeah, there's something here that is interesting. If you watch Barcelona, the same. But when you watch Jose Mourinho and this team, I don't think there's anything unique they do that can be identified with
the modern football.
Yeah, so I feel he's stuck somewhere in the old football.
It's just like Real Madrid. For me, I feel like Real Madrid are stuck in the past. They don't want to advance, or they don't want to bring anything modern. All they do is, for they have that title that we have, 15 Champions Leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that one gives them more pride than playing.
Yeah, and that is I always say Real Madrid is a La Liga version of Manchester United. Manchester United has a very big history, and we don't deny that.
That's for sure.
But they are lost in their history. They don't realize that their club is a very shitty club. Mm-hmm. They just play football. One season they are good, the next season they are not. Right now they are over the roof. If you ask them, what have your club done this season that is exciting you so much? How can Manchester United be excited to just qualify for Champions League? They are excited more that it's just like Wolves. If today Wolves qualify for Champions League, they will act the same way Manchester United is acting right now. When you are a big club like Manchester United, you should not be excited that we qualified for Champions League. We are the best. People are qualifying. Aston Villa is in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Have you seen any Aston Villa fans celebrating qualifying for Champions League?
I don't think there are enough supporters for Aston Villa.
Even in England, I follow them on Instagram. You'll never see them celebrating being in the Champions League spot, because it doesn't matter that you're in the Champions League spot. What matters is
what will you do in that?
What will you do in that Champions League spot? And right now, if you ask any Manchester United fan, they will tell you we are going to win the league next season because Arsenal won it. Doesn't work like that. Imagine Atletico Madrid saying, because Barcelona won, we will win it.
But what I know is, as per where Manchester United is right now, they are not in the position to win any trophy.
Exactly.
Chill. What I know is they have not rebuilt yet. First. Secondly, the reason as to why they even came to top 4, it's because they were playing only. You get?
Do they see that?
So come this season, they'll be playing like in 4
competitions.
Yes. Do you think they'll be able to keep up?
Trust me, Manchester United in the league phase in Champions League will be among the bottom teams, because one, is Carrick a good coach? Yes, he is. But Carrick needs time, because one, he has never been he has never coached in that top level as a permanent coach. So now he needs time, first of all, to figure out which player works for me. That takes time. It's not an overnight thing. Pep can do it because he has been doing it. Pep has been doing it. So when he comes to any team, he knows, I want this person here, I want this person. So he knows it, and that works for him.
He already has his own blueprint.
Exactly. Now, Carrick has to build that blueprint, and is a brilliant young coach, and he needs time. Nothing else. He needs time. And one thing about Manchester United, they don't give you time.
They won't.
Especially in a season where Arsenal won. They want it now.
That's
So
pressure,
next season
Carrick.
he will be under pressure, and being under pressure right now, Manchester United doesn't have any decent players. The players that are decent in Manchester United is Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Mainoo, Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko. That's 5 players.
To be honest, for
You
me,
need at least 15 players before you say you can compete in four different competitions comfortably.
I'll be honest with you. For me, what I know is, to be honest, there are no players in Manchester right now, given that they only play just one competition.
That's
You get? Let me tell you, if you really want to play in Champions League, or if you really want to win a trophy, like, you gotta have a squad, and a proper squad, not just a
and
squad.
depth and proper depth,
And you gotta have proper depth.
because you can
When you see
imagine
Manchester, they do have that. I hope they make new signings this summer. But for what I know, if they won't make signings, because right now they've sold actually their best player. I saw Holland is remaining at Napoli. I saw Maguire is in Inter Milan or AC Milan is interested in Maguire. You get? Most of their strong players, actually, they won't get them next season. I hope, but I've seen they've signed
Ederson from Atalanta.
Yeah,
But now
Ederson is a good player.
The thing is, Bruno Fernandes has been the best player in the Premier League.
But do you really rate him?
But it's easy to be the best when you only play one game a
That's
whole
what
week.
I'm saying. Like,
If you are a top player, for example, if today Pedri played one game in a week, he would be the best you've ever seen.
The best we've
Right?
ever seen. That's
But
for
now
sure.
imagine Bruno on Sunday playing against Newcastle. Then on Wednesday he has to be in France to play PSG. Then back again in England to play Saturday against Aston Villa.
Yes.
And then on Tuesday he has a Carabao game. Bro, he will be exhausted, one. And then if you say today Bruno gets a knock, not even an injury, a knock that he needs to come off, who comes on for Bruno?
No one can feel his shoe.
Today take off Kobe Mainoo. What do you bring on? Ugarte? Come on,
Ugarte
bro.
is shitty. Ugarte is shitty.
You can imagine
as fuck.
Ugarte versus PSG now.
Wow.
Imagine that scenario.
Whoa, that will be.
Imagine Dalot versus PSG. Bro, these guys are just gassing themselves up until they get to that stage and face players like Olise, players like Harry Kane, players who are there for blood. Lamine Yamal versus Manchester United defenders.
I don't think they have a chance.
That kid will cook the entire defense. So now, one thing Manchester United needs is just time. Give the manager time. Stop the pressure. Let him build the squad, because you cannot go in the market and buy 15 players at once.
You can.
Again,
that doesn't apply.
Again, tuseme umeenda kwa market, you get 5 players. Not every player works. We know that. You can get 5 players and then
But
2 of
only
them
2
work.
will work.
The rest 3, they bought Anthony, who was doing well. He came to Manchester United.
It was shitty.
Exactly. So you are never sure if I'm getting this player, he will come and plug into my system.
It's not
Pep
guaranteed.
bought Savinho. Right now, Savinho is transferring to Tottenham.
Yeah.
That kid was good, but never worked for Pep. So it's not every player that works for you. Pep bought Nico Gonzalez. He's on bench. Tijani Rendias is on bench. Not every player will come and perform at the highest level. So you need that time for Michael Carrick to make mistakes, one. To learn from those mistakes, to grow with the team, understand each player personally, and create that chemistry between the players.
I don't think Manchester have that.
They won't give him time.
Patience.
They will ask for his head next year on January. They'll be saying he should be sacked, because you see the ego that they have right now is the same ego they showed us when they brought Eric Ten Hag. And Eric Ten Hag used to take pictures walking on the pitch before the game, surveying the pitch, and they will post. Oh, Manchester United fans will post that specific photo. Tell us, he's do what. Few months down the line, they were asking for his head. Say this guy has to leave. They brought Amorim. Who was doing very well in
They were
Portuguese.
like, Amorim, it's Amorim ball. If you see strong Manchester fans in Kenya, ball ni Amorim.
Boli Amorim, Manchester maisha. Wewe, Boli Amorim. Kwani bongolala nini? Top shota.
Sasa
Ball ni Mbwakala. That's how they used to. And I was like, where? We have no chance, man. If
like it's nothing new. We've seen all these patterns, and we know how it ends. It's like Chelsea telling you we brought Alonso. We know Alonso will be gone in 3 months. So it's Chelsea. They fire managers every week. So
but I don't know what got into Chelsea.
it's the ownership.
Those guys used to be solid.
It's the ownership.
They used to win.
You cannot
trophies.
fire a manager every 6 months and expect to be solid. You cannot.
That's what.
You cannot.
That's what's really happening in Real Madrid.
Real Madrid are
actually.
firing managers. They bring a
Left, right,
manager.
center, yeah.
You see when Ancelotti stayed at Real Madrid and the trophies that he brought to Real Madrid.
Yeah, they won the Champions League after the first season. The second season, he won the Champions League.
And that's how you work with a manager. But if you bring a manager in 2 weeks, you want him gone, bro, you'll never win anything.
But at times, for I know those are elite clubs, meaning they have cameras around, right?
Yeah.
Meaning like they analyze their training sessions in their office whenever they watch. I guess they do see like this coach ain't competent enough for us to leave him, or else we'll suffer more. So we gotta get rid of him because they really watch you, right?
But sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. Like that's what I said.
It's not about perfection, really. It is like for our kind of our club is dope. So like we'll need the kind of coach of this caliber. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, but still, okay, this is the point. When Manchester United went for Ruben Amorim, he knew what Manchester United does to coaches. So he included a clause that protected him.
Yes.
If you guys fire me, you will pay me until I find another job.
Yes.
Eric Ten Hag had a certain clause that said the same. They had to pay him a certain amount if they fired him. So you see, they are losing more money firing managers rather than just saying, why can't we?
You are our project.
Why can't we just say, let's suffer? For example, Amorim had promised them that they will suffer, but they rejected the suffering. They said, no, we will not suffer. We want you gone. But he said that even in his first he said, I know the standard of the club and I know what is expected, but I cannot deliver that immediately. We have to suffer first and then we shall, because you have to rebuild. You have to understand, this player doesn't fit well here, this player doesn't fit well here. I need to move this guy from there to, even when
But I know the Glazers, when the Glazers took over Manchester United, that's when the downfall of Manchester United started coming.
Like, for example, in Barcelona, when Hansi Flick came, Rafinha was almost leaving the club.
Yes, he was.
But when the new coach came, he told him, no, I want you in my team, and I know how I will use you. You see? And he knows these certain players that he needs in his team. You have to give him time to do that. And Hansi Flick is not a young manager. He has the experience. So you give him that time, he sorts the team and says, okay, now I need to get another winger from probably another club. Give me this player. The board tells him, okay, go ahead, take this. Because now when you see Amorim came, Eric Ten Hag came, bought his own players, right? They fired him. Amorim came.
Used the squad that Ten Hag had bought.
But he bought his other players, and some of Eric Ten Hag's players he disposed. That's money. Remember that. Now,
but they made less money by selling than
you cannot sell the same price you bought. Now Carrick is here. There are players that Ruben Amorim bought, maybe he doesn't want. So now he will say, no, I don't want this player. I need another player probably from Atletico Madrid. I need a player from Atalanta.
That's what's gonna go down.
So he will bring his few players, integrate with the team. 5 months down the line, he's fired. Another coach comes and he says, no, I don't play this style. Because like Amorim used to play back three. Carrick doesn't play back three. So he doesn't need those wingers. You see? So that's a different style of play. You need different players for every coach. You'd rather stick with one coach and say, we are trusting this coach. For example, just give Carrick a very simple task. Keep us on the upper part of the table.
But for me, I do see that's an Arsenal mentality, though.
Which one?
When you come to reality, that of giving coaches like time, like I give you time, like, yo, can you do this for this long? It doesn't matter for how long you'll do it, but I just want you to one day make it happen. The same way, if we see Wenger's journey, that's how it has been. The same way as Arteta's. They gave them time, like, yo, you do your shit. If there's something that we can back you up with, we will. But during Arsenal's time, there was no money to back him up, right?
Actually, he was the one making money for the club.
Yes.
Because he had to develop players,
And
sell
sell
the
them.
players, stabilize
for
the
the
club,
yeah.
make sure that he balances the books.
Yes.
And we survived
That I
with
give
that,
him credit
with,
for that.
with that
for sure.
module.
That I know for sure. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think most teams have that patience like that of Arsenal that gives coaches like you have the dressing room, you have the training facilities, you do you. It doesn't matter how long you'll take, but we want to see results. You get? The same way, pretty much, do you think even if Arteta never won this Premier League, do you think they would have fired him?
Probably not.
Right?
Yeah.
Meaning they believe in projects. You get?
Yeah.
The same way as Xavi. When Xavi came, that guy came whenever we were so broke. But he integrated the team. He won 2 trophies actually, without any money backing him up. The only players he bought was Kunde and Rafinha. Don't you forget that.
Yeah. And you
We
see,
had no money at all.
you see, sometimes people speak about banters and forget there are facts in football. For example, when Arteta came to Arsenal, he had a project. He laid down, like, I think it was either a 5-year project. And in that project, one of the reasons why Arteta has never been fired, and I told another Manchester United fan way back, when Eric Ten Hag won 2 trophies, they told us, what have you won? You just, every season you tell us Arteta ball. Eric Ten Hag came, won 2 trophies. I told him, Eric Ten Hag has a high chance of being fired than Arteta. Because when Arteta came, he had no experience. But his agreement with there's an interview he did, and he said Arsenal is even ahead of the schedule. We are ahead of whatever they had agreed, because the plan was, it came to a time when the club was not united with the fans were booing the players were fighting in training.
I remember
it was chaotic.
They used to bully Chaka. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Shaka, yeah.
It was chaotic.
They used to bully that guy so much.
The job that Arteta was given was, first of all, sort the dressing room, make sure that players are, and it came when we had players who were very expensive. They were being paid very high wages, but we were playing bad football, not qualifying for Champions League. Before he came, we had 7 years without Champions League, 7 good years. So in his plan, one was to take Arsenal back to where
Top
it
4.
belongs, top 4. Not a trophy, top 4. Make sure that we are constantly, not once top 4, the next season you are now number 15, the next season number 8. He came.
That's the reason you guys fired Unai Emery, right? Because he was never consistent.
Unai Emery was never consistent. He didn't have control of the dressing room. Actually, players used to laugh at him when he was talking. So there was a very weird energy around that guy and the players. So, and his vision, again, he didn't have. You see, when Arteta came, he gave a very clean and clear vision. And there's a difference between when you are an employer, someone comes, gives you a plan, a strategy and solution, and then there's someone else who tells you we can do the job. He doesn't tell you how. You see, so Arteta was given the job because he gave that plan and he executed it. The first season he came, we finished 8th. Then I think we finished around 6th.
Yeah, because I remember the second season you guys played in Europa.
In Europa.
Yeah.
So slowly he took Arsenal back to fighting with big teams. And if right now you are supposed to name big teams in Europe, Arsenal has to be there. Without
For now, yeah, for sure.
Arsenal has to be there. If
for
today
sure.
you sat down with Kane and asked him which teams do you think, he will name Arsenal, PSG, Barcelona.
That's for sure.
He will name.
Sure. Arsenal is one of the biggest.
Few
teams
years
right
before Arteta, nobody would mention Arsenal anywhere.
That's for sure. That's for
Arsenal was never a threat.
He has transformed Arsenal actually when we come to reality, or if we try to give him his flowers, like he's really transformed you guys. He's given you that dignity. He's given you that pride of talking in front of people.
Yes, we are even doing podcasts now as Arsenal fans. Something we wouldn't do a few years ago.
So for that, we give him his flowers and we give him total credit for sure.
So how was your season being in La Liga?
Our La Liga was awesome. We won the league.
Congratulations.
Real Madrid, we are used to the congrats. Real Madrid was the second runners, but as for me, Real has really gone down. They don't give me goosebumps as they used to. Because man, remember when El Clasico used to be El Clasico?
Yeah.
Remember when El Clasico used to be El Clasico? Nowadays it's just more of ego, more of banter than football. I really love when people play football, other than all these mouth, other than all these banters and shit.
They'll be back. You've seen their sampling Avengers.
Let them do whatever they do, but we know we got our kids, La Masia kids. Actually, I love the discipline those kids have. Actually, like half of them went to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like half of them. Actually, half of our team is in the World Cup. Actually, eight players of ours.
I think even our
actually
team.
Okay, when we count all of them, there are 16. We have 16 players in the World Cup, man.
I think even our entire first team is in World Cup.
That's how you know that
our entire first team is in World Cup, apart from Calafiori, because their country is not in World Cup.
He's not an Italian?
Yeah, they are not.
Oh, but Italy is not in the World Cup.
Is not in the World Cup.
Yeah, pretty much.
And also I've seen people so pissed that Madueke and Saka have been called for the World Cup.
For me, I won't lie. Why will you take Madueke and Saka at the same time?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I guess Saka can feel that shoe more than Madueke.
But they are both there. What if Saka gets a knock? Who fills in? What if you need to sub Saka? Who comes in?
Okay.
Again, let me tell you one thing. You see, a team like Arsenal that has won the league after so many years, they are on high spirit. That is a player who is possibly going to give you the best. Rather than taking a player like, for example, any random player from Chelsea. They finished number 10 and they are on their lowest. They're just feeling bad about themselves.
Actually, coming to that, I saw Joao Pedro wasn't called up for
and
the
that
World
is
Cup.
the reason.
And he had a good season actually.
He did not.
By himself.
He did
he
not.
Had 29
You cannot have a good season and your team finishes number 10.
You can have a good season as an individual. You can have a good season
It's
as an
called a
individual.
team. It's called a team unless they are playing tennis. It's called a team.
Come on. You can have a successful season as an individual.
What is success?
Okay, let me tell you. Let me ask you. Did Manchester have the best season?
It wasn't bad because they managed to get back to
Who are
Champions
they
League.
celebrating the most?
Not them celebrating. I'm not saying they shouldn't celebrate. You get my point. I'm not saying that Chelsea should
Chill.
not
I'm
should
coming
not
to that.
celebrate
Chill,
Joao
I'm coming
Pedro.
there. Like, who are they celebrating the most right now?
Their
In
captain.
their team, right?
Yeah.
What is the stats of their captain?
He broke the assists record.
Only that.
Yes, there's nothing else he did.
That's what makes you.
What did Joao Pedro break?
He didn't break anything.
Exactly, that's not a good season.
But he had a better season than.
Did he win the Golden Boot?
Did Bruno win the Golden Boot?
He broke the most assists in Premier League history.
Oh,
Not
it was
just
in Premier League
not
history?
one season in
Not
Premier
one
League
season?
history.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, nice.
Joao Pedro didn't do
Now it makes-
anything.
now it makes sense because I thought he just had so many assists compared to other players.
No, he broke the record.
I'm not an EPL fan.
I know, and that was my argument, that Joao Pedro had a very basic season like any other player,
Oh,
because he did not win the Golden Boot.
who won? Haaland won the.
Yeah, and if you say, for example, it's like telling me Donnarumma had a very good season, but David Raya won the Golden Glove. But when we go back, Donnarumma won 2 trophies. Yes, he had a good season, but now Joao Pedro scoring so many goals and finishing 10th. What does that help the team? You see,
If you say so, then we have we have a lot to correct. If you say so, then we have a lot to correct. Or we might be having double standards, which are not good.
not double standard. As a coach, especially international coach, you look at players in this way. Why am I picking Lamine Yamal? Because he's the best player in La Liga right now. You cannot not pick him, right? You cannot just go randomly. That's why there is no single player from Real Madrid in Spain squad.
Yes,
Why?
actually, let's come to that.
So you cannot say they didn't have individual good season. You see, there's an individual player in Real Madrid who was doing a good job, but their spirit,
for the Spanish players who
Their
are in
spirit-
Real Madrid, they never had better
their
season.
spirit now is at the lowest. The club is not even doing well. Selecting those players will bring the same mood in your squad.
But I know what really went down in Real Madrid. It's because in their semi-finals that they played, they never included no Spanish. There was no Spanish footballer in that squad. The starting 11, there was no Spaniard. Apple.
So that's
I guess it was just a punishment. Like, you think you're bigger, we are bigger as a nation.
acha wapigane vita vyao. mimi nilitoka season na kikombe.
I know you guys feel okay, but the best thing is you guys never won the Champions League. Hey, I can't imagine if you guys had won that Champions League, man. I don't know where we would have gone, Mazi. But that goal, that miss from Gabriel Magalhaes over the bar.
That is very normal in penalties.
But how do you give a defender to kick the penalty as the last man? Actually,
do you analyze reasons that lead to that? Because one, when you are planning for players who are supposed to take penalties, this is how you plan. Number one, your captain, Odegaard. Number two, your striker, Victor Gyökeres. Number three, your second captain, Saka. Number four, Declan Rice. Number five, Eze. But Odegaard was not in the field. Saka was not on that field. Most players who are supposed to be before. So the arrangement of the penalties doesn't change just because some players went out. So if it was Saka...
Is that how they arrange for
yes,
penalties?
and it's final.
I
It's
didn't know
final.
that.
If the first player is Victor Gyökeres, Saka, Madueke, Gabriel, and then you remove Saka, Gabriel moves, and then the other players will still follow the way they were following.
Sure.
So they don't change just because Saka is not in the field. Now you say Gabi needs to go again, but no, they don't do that because they rehearsed that way. Trossard has to be one. If you watch the penalties we took during Carabao, every single player who took that penalty scored. Because it's Victor Gyökeres is perfect.
I thought
Declan Rice is perfect.
I thought
Saka is perfect. Martin Odegaard is perfect. There's Trossard. There's Eze. There's Madueke. Before you come
Eze missed.
Yes, he missed because you overthought the penalty. That was actually the penalty that messed us up.
Because Raya had taken you, man. But Raya, we give credit to Raya. Raya actually was the best goalkeeper overall this season. Nobody can say shit.
Yeah, but that was it.
Sure.
That was it. But I am celebrating my trophy.
You celebrate your trophy.
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay,
You
but
can't
at least,
me nothing.
but at
Your
least,
team never won Champions League this season, so you can't tell me nothing. I can only talk to PSG fans.
actually, I was rocking the PSG jersey.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't wear other teams' jerseys. Come on, what are you?
I was
talking
there.
about?
I was just there to make sure that Arsenal don't win the Champions
Arsenal
League.
made you print
Actually-
a PSG jersey.
Actually, the reason as
Shame
to why
on you.
it was
Shame
because
on
Arsenal
you.
has played more games in the Champions League compared to any other team.
I don't
but
care.
they never won.
I don't care. Barcelona
crazy
didn't
stat.
win this season.
That's a crazy stat.
Barcelona didn't even get to finals. So see you next time, bro.